Our Earth is surrounded by an envelope of gases, which is called Earth's atmosphere. I told you that in ocean there are living a large number of creatures beneath the ocean, like as we human are living beneath the envelope of gases, like a sea creature. Okay, composition of atmosphere. The atmospheric air consists of many gases, some of which are air consists of 78% of N2, okay, and 21% is O2, which form 99% volume of the air near the earth. If we add N2 and O2, there will be 99, okay, there will be 99% of the volume of the air near the earth, okay. The other gases are argon, which is 0.9% of the whole volume, okay, and carbon dioxide is 0.03%. In addition to these gases, there are suspended liquid droplets and solid particles in the air, okay. With all these gases, there are for example N2, O2, argon gas and carbon dioxide. There have number of liquid droplets and solid particles in the air, okay. Different layers of atmosphere, okay. In previous lecture I also discussed about different layers of atmosphere. First layer is troposphere, which is extended about 12 kilometer from the earth and consists 80% of the mass, which consists cloud and water vapors. All weather exists in this region. Weather is atmospheric condition of particular area, okay. In this region, uh, uh, in this region troposphere has covered 80% area of whole atmosphere, okay. It ranges from earth, its height from about 12 kilometer from the earth. Next layer is stratosphere, that is lies above the troposphere and extend up to 50 kilometer, okay. This stratosphere and troposphere that I have discussed in previous life. Stratosphere and troposphere, they both contain the volume, the mass 99.9%. Okay, 99.9% of the mass of atmosphere exists in troposphere and stratosphere. They both form troposphere 99% of the volume, 99.9% of the volume, okay. uh, I have shown you in a picture troposphere, which is extended 12 kilometer from the earth, or you can either say 7.5 mile. And next slide is stratosphere, which is 50 kilometer extended from the earth, or you can either say 21.1 mile from the earth, okay. Mesosphere, which is extended about 80 kilometer, 49.7 mile. And the last one is thermosphere, which ranges from 320 kilometer to 500 kilometer, okay. And uh, and I told you that mesosphere is the middle layer of the earth. Let's start about mesosphere. Mesosphere extend from the top of stratosphere the to about 80 kilometer from the earth's surface. Meso means middle. So mesosphere is the middle layer of the atmosphere. Above the stratosphere, a drop in temperature is observed. The outer mesosphere, the temperature approaches 9 minus 93 degrees Celsius. Okay, above the mesosphere, the temperature decreases up to minus 93 degrees Celsius. This layer protects Earth's surface from being hit by most meteorites. Okay, the another function of mesosphere is to protect Earth's surface from being hit by most meteorites. Uh, I told you about meteorites, the particles, the smallest particles or stones that are revolving around the Earth, like other planets. Okay, like Moon, these meteorites are revolving around the Earth, and the function of mesosphere is to protect the Earth hit by the most of the meteorites. The next one is thermosphere. It is a region that extends up to 500 kilometer. That extend up 350. It ranges from 350 to 500 kilometer. The sun's rays heat up this region. Temperature rises up to 1000 degrees Celsius. Okay, in this region, as you compare with this with mesosphere, in mesosphere the temperature is minus 93 degrees Celsius, means temperature decreases up to minus 93 degrees Celsius, and in this region the temperature is increases up to 1000 degrees Celsius. Rise in temperature depends upon solar activities. Okay, the next one is ozone. Ozone layer exists about 30 kilometers above from the Earth. Uh, you may see here in this slide, in this picture, you may see that uh, this ozone layer is exists in this layer, which is 30 kilometers above from the Earth. Okay, above the Earth, ozone has pungent smell. The ozone layer acts as umbrella. Okay, it shields protect life on Earth against harmful ultraviolet radiations. It absorbs some radiations. Ultraviolet radiations burn skills, damage vegetables, and many other materials like rubber and textile. Okay, the function of ozone layer, it protects the Earth from ultraviolet rays, which is harmful for us. For example, it burns our skin, damage vegetable, and many other material like rubber and textile, and many other things. Okay, a depletion of ozone layer. Uh, what are the what are the reasons that are causing depletion of ozone layer? Chlorofluorocarbons compounds were considered responsible for the depletion of ozone. CFCS is chlorofluorocarbons are used in spray cans, refrigerator, and air conditioners. They release out in atmosphere due to leakage and go up in the atmosphere where they destroy the ozone layer. Okay, and some some of the more electronic equipments like tube lights, energy saver, they they are also causing the destroy of ozone layer. Effects: depletion of ozone layer will cause increase in skin cancer, crop and cultivate will be affected, sea level will rise about 1 to 4 meter, global warming and melting of polar ice caps will take place. Okay, that are the demerits effects of depletion of ozone layer. That was about uh, previous lecture. If you have any question related to previous lecture, you may note down. Let's move to our next lecture. Today's lecture. Okay, our today's lecture is environmental and natural resources, unit number 6. Today's lecture is greenhouse effect. You may also see in this picture, earth has suitable temperature for living things to survive. This temperature is kept controlled and favorable by the atmospheric gases like carbon dioxide, water vapors and ozone. These gases behave like a glass or plastic of a greenhouse. As you may see in this picture, uh, Earth's atmosphere that is shown in this picture uh, in light blue, that is act like a window on a glass greenhouse. Some gases in atmosphere such as carbon dioxide, uh, the red one is shown by carbon dioxide. The red radiations, the red wavelength shown by carbon dioxide will trap certain wavelengths of energy from bouncing back into space. That trapped energy or heat keep our plant warm. Okay, some of the carbon dioxides will trap back into the as you can see that some of the carbon dioxide will trap back into the space, so that uh, there will be no heat that keeps our earth normal temperature. These gases allow more energetic sunlight to pass through it and prevent a part of less energetic radiations, heat radiations, to escape back into space. Okay, these gases allow more energetic sunlight to pass through it. Okay, that is good for us. Okay, these gases allow more energetic sunlight to pass through it and prevent a part of less energetic radiations heat radiations to escape back into the space, and some of the radiations are moved back to the into the space. This phenomena helps to maintain the temperature of the earth and warm it. This warming effect of the atmospheric gases is called greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect has many advantages. It maintains the temperature of the earth favorable level. Otherwise, days would have been very hot and night very cold. Sunlight warms the earth during the day, and the earth radiates heat energy at night. Okay, if there had been no atmosphere, there had been no trapping of heat, and temperature would fall down at night. Okay, if there is no ozone layer, uh, then at daytime the temperature is too much hot, and the night time the temperature will decrease as minus level. Okay, it is due to greenhouse effect that average temperature of earth is 15 degrees celsius. Otherwise it would have been minus 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, if there is no atmosphere, then temperature will be minus 20 degrees Celsius, and the earth would have been uninhabitable. But human activities are upsetting the balance of these gases in the atmosphere. The main gas of greenhouse is carbon dioxide. Humans, land and water animals, motor vehicles, and industries all are producing it at faster rate than used by the plants during photosynthesis. Okay, that all are the activities that are practicing by human that are causing the increasing rate in carbon dioxide that are disturbing ozone layer. As a result, the percentage of carbon dioxide gas in the atmosphere is steadily increasing. This is rising the average temperature of the earth due to greenhouse effect. This phenomena is called global warming. The increase in temperature, you can either say the increase in temperature by human activities is called global warming. Our next topic is about energy, radiations, and absorption in the atmosphere. The sun, that is a ball of hot gases, whose surface temperature is about 5500 degrees Celsius. The temperature of sun is about 5500 degree Celsius. Okay, Uh, these are radio, infrared, visible, ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays. These include such kind of rays. Most of the part of these radiations is visible light, which is commonly called sunlight, as we can see. Some of the radiations that are called sunlight. Okay, when sun's radiation approach the earth, part of it is absorbed in the atmosphere because of ozone layer. Some of the rays, some of the rays have been trapped by the ozone layer by the atmosphere, and a part is reflected by the atmosphere. That are you can either say that ultraviolet rays are moved back towards the space. Okay, some of the rays are trapped into the earth, into the atmosphere, and some of the ultraviolet rays reflected back into the space. The radiations which reach up to the earth, they are also reflected and absorbed by the earth. Okay, some of the radiations that are uh, that are not good, that may harmful for humans and for also creatures in the earth. uh, some of these radiations are trapped into the earth uh, to maintain the temperature level, and some of them are moved back towards the space. Hope you may understand this. About one fifth of energy is absorbed by the atmosphere. Uh, one fifth, uh, you may either say 20%. Uh, okay, 1/5 of the energy is absorbed by the atmosphere. Ozone and oxygen molecules absorbed almost of the harmful ultraviolet rays. It prevents the falling of harmful radiations to earth. As I discussed you that some of the ultraviolet rays are absorbed or moved back towards the space. Uh, it prevents the falling of harmful radiations to the earth that save the life on earth. As you may know, there are some demerits of ultraviolet rays. About one fourth of the sunlight is reflected by clouds. This reflection depends upon the density of clouds. Okay, uh, thicker the clouds, more is reflections, and less light passes through it. If cloud is thicker, then more is reflection. Reflection of light will be more, and less light passes through it. Less than half of the sun's energy coming to the earth actually reaches the surface. About half, less than half or less than half. Okay, the sun energy coming to the earth actually reaches to the surface. Most of radiation reaching the surface are absorbed by the earth, and earth re-radiate a part of this absorbed energy as I discussed you about in greenhouse effect and global warming. Some of energy trapped by the earth uh, to maintain the temperature. The atmosphere and the earth together reflects about one third of the sun radiations back into the space. Okay, the atmosphere and the earth together reflects about one third of the sun radiation back into the space. It is due to scattering of visible light by gas molecules and dust particles in atmosphere that sky looks blue color. Okay, some of the energy that are uh, move back towards the space, toward into the space. It is due to the scattering of visible light by gas molecules and dust particles. By this reason, our sky looks like blue color. Our last topic about today's lecture is human activity and disturbance of climate. Climate is the average weather conditions of a region over a longer period of time. Climate of a region remains almost the same for years. It may be warm, cold, or dry. Okay, nature preserves and keeps a balance between different factors that control climate of a region. But human activities are disturbing climate, which are causing increase in temperature. The concentration of CO2, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is increasing day by day. As I told you about some of the humans' activities by using of vehicles, uh, the gases that that uh, that is coming out from refrigerator, air conditions, energy bulbs, tube light, etc. that are causing the increasing carbon dioxide. This is due to more and more combustions of fossil fuels by automobiles. It is expected that CO level will rise to double from its present level in the coming years. Okay, as we are using more and more this kind of equipments, it will increase the global temperature, which will cause melting of icebergs and glaciers, etc. If there is increasing in temperature, our glaciers or iceberg will also melt. Another important gas, sulfur dioxide, is also being put into the atmosphere by human activities, which affects ozone layer. The gas react with oxygen and water vapors in air to form tiny droplets of the sulfuric acid. It is called acid rain, as if there is increase in sulfur, Abdullah Iftikhar, mm, I don't know about you because of I think जो आप हरकतें करते रहे उसकी वजह से आपका अकाउंट ब्लॉक किया गया था, ठीक है? तो चल, the gas react with oxygen and water vapors in air to form tiny droplets of the sulfuric acid, and this is called the acid rain. Its effect building and acidify soil in which plants can't grow properly. When it reaches lakes, it becomes dangerous for the fishes and other aquatic life present there. If there is increased sulfur dioxide in air, that will cause acid rain, and there there are a lot of disadvantages of acid rain, which may affect our buildings, and by reaching this acid rain into lakes, it becomes dangerous for fishes and other aquatic life that is living in water. Human is also manufacturing refrigerator air conditions to facilitate his living. The chlorofluorocarbon gases are used in these machines for cooling. The chlorofluorocarbon rise the atmospheric pressure. Uh, they destroy the protective layer of ozone. As a result, ozone layer is getting thinner. Ultraviolet rays from the sun are able to cross thin ozone layer and reach the earth. These rays affect life on earth. It also damages crops, plants and trees which form the basic of food chains that support life on the earth. Okay, as we are using as we are using a lot of electronic things, where there is a lot of in refrigerator, in air conditions, there have chlorofluorocarbon gases in it that cause the ozone layer thinner and thinner. If the ozone layer is thinner, then that cause the ultraviolet rays reach in the earth. As I told you that these ultraviolet rays may also harmful for for our life and for other animals living in the earth, like skin cancer or etc. But it's your question time. If you have any question, you may ask.